What up, Socialcam? This your girl Tia Goodrich coming to you with Chaz Shepherd. And we're going to be asking him some questions about relationships from a male's perspective in 2012. All right, Chaz, you ready?
Yes.
All right, my first question is, how important is communication?
Communication is as important as the relationship is to you. So if the relationship is important to you, that's how important communication is. Without the communication, the relationship will not work. So if communication is just a side thing, then the relationship might as well be a side thing because it will not work without that communication. Reason being, the person cannot know you like you know you. The person cannot think what you're thinking unless you let them know what you're thinking. Nobody is thinking in your head but you. Nobody else is in there. It's only you. So the only way anybody else can be a part of your perception, how you see things and how you feel, is if you take the responsibility of letting them know that. So in other words, sometimes they cannot respect you if they don't know what to respect. Or they cannot consider something about you if they don't know what to consider. The only way they can know that is if you communicate that to them. So sometimes it's not that they're wrong for you or that they are not willing to see things the way you do, but if they don't know that that's how you see things, there's nothing they can do about it. So communication is key to the relationship so a person can know how to interact with you. And of course for you to communicate to them, for them to communicate to you as well, so you can know how to interact properly with them. Outside of that, it's a bumpy relationship. It's going to get so bumpy that you're not going to be able to stay in your seat and you're going to start tilting and then you're just going to fall out of your seat, which means the relationship is over simply because somebody will not communicate.
Okay, that was a good nugget. All right, how do you feel about honesty? How honest should you be in a relationship?
I think that you should be honest in all that you say and do. However, I don't think it ends there. I think that it's more important for you to be smart about your honesty than just for you to be honest. In other words, uh, it may be honest for you to say something, but it may not be smart for you to say it. So it may be an honest answer or an honest statement. However, it may not be smart or wise for you to say that at that time. So sometimes your honesty is unnecessary, or sometimes your honesty may be detrimental. Your honesty can be destructive. So it's not just important that you are honest, but that you're smart about your honesty. Wisdom is something that cannot be taught. It's something that comes in maturity. It comes through experience. It comes through divine intervention. It's not something that you teach because wisdom is what's right now. It's not always a matter of what's right or wrong in general. It's a matter of what's right and wrong right now. And that's what wisdom is. Being able to decipher that, discern that, to understand that in the moment. So be honest. Whatever you say, it should be honest. You know what I mean? What you do should come from an honest and sincere place. However, be smart about where you place and when you place that honesty.
All right, that's a good one. Okay, so when it comes to meeting a person for the first time, why is it important for them to meet you and not your representative?
Because then it connects to what we last spoke about with honesty. At that point, you're a lie or liar because your representative is still not you. You know what I mean? So when a person is going out with you, their attempt is to go out with you. They want to see you. They want to experience you, not a representative. If you meet Usher and you want Usher's number, and Usher says, "Here, take down my man's number," it's going to be a little uncomfortable because you're like, "I didn't ask you for your man's number.
Right,
I asked you for your number."
right.
You know what I mean? So actually, I might as well walk away because I'm not interested in having your man's number. You do what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing. So the excitement was that I was getting Usher's number. I'm getting your number. So we can interact. Same thing when it comes to somebody going out with you. They don't want the representative. They're not after that. They're after you. And especially if the representative is pretty much different. You know what I mean? Or significantly different from you. And they're going to find that out later. So be honest with who you are right from the beginning. If you know there are things about you that might be unattractive, you might as well just be honest about them right off the top. You know what I mean? Because that's going to come up later. And you're going to come off as deceptive as you were. not as a come off. You're only coming off as you were because in the beginning that was deceptive. For you to just show yourself as something other than you really are for the sake of whatever, maybe being appropriate. Or maybe because you want to get to a certain level first before you show who you really are. Maybe you want to make sure you have sex before you show who you really are, because at least if things, die down or you don't work out, you will have at least gotten the sex out of it. Or at least, you got that person to walk down the red carpet with you at the event, and you were able to show them off before they saw the real you and things went haywire. Normally people don't want to show the real self when there is an agenda that they want to meet first. So, you got to be careful of that.
Okay. Now, what will be one last nugget you want to give them on this first session?
Be worthy of what you want. Be worthy of what you want. Be worthy of what you're looking for. Make sure that you're not just looking for a particular something, but that you are what the particular something is looking for. You only deserve what you work for. And you're only a match for what you are. So you have to make sure that you are worthy of what it is you're after. If you want a man who is X, Y, and Z, you have to ask yourself, well, what does an X, Y, and Z man want? Am I that? Because at that point, it may not be that you can't find what you're looking for. It may be what you're looking for is not attracted to you.
Wow.
So you want to make sure that you are prepared for what you want. If you want to work at a certain jobs require certain things. Maybe for the job you want, it generally requires a degree. Of course, there's exception to every rule, but you don't know if you're that exception. So what you need to do is go and get the degree to make sure that you meet the requirement for the job that you want. Same thing for the man or the woman that you want. Make sure you meet the requirement for what it is you're after. Otherwise, there's no need in you complaining about it. There's no need in you being frustrated about it, or feeling like it's not out there. It's out there. It just may not be checking for you. So then lastly, it's probably better that you look for what you match with rather than look for your fantasy.
All right. Well, that was some good stuff. High five, high five, high five.
High five.
All right.
High five.
This is Chaz and Tia coming to you from South Bend, Indiana. I think it is about 5:20 in the morning. Yeah. So we'll be coming back at you real soon. Peace out. I hope these things could help you out in the future. Peace.
Deuces.
Deuces.